Welcome to All Over the Place, a rounded third production with your hosts, Eric Korvosnik, Jim Culver, Marty Zamora, and Kathy Rankin.
Hi, this is Jacob the Reps, and you're watching All Over the Place, where the fun sanity never ends.
Hello and welcome back to All Over the Place, our very first in-store, our very first live and, well, non-red carpet event that is. So anyway, here with Kathy and our guest from a couple of months ago, his album Redemption. Welcome Rick Hughes back to the show. Rick, thanks for joining us while you're out here in the desert.
I'm so happy to be here. The weather is perfect.
A little bit better than Canada this time of year, just a little bit.
Yes, it is.
So.
And it's not often we get to actually have somebody in the studio, so this is really cool to meet Rick in person. He's got family in Tucson, Arizona, so he's out here hanging out. So very cool.
Yeah, and I especially want to thank Nick Boor over at Vinyl Record Dude. We are in their listening room where you see us surrounded by music and turntables and amplifiers, and it's just thank you, Nick, for letting us come down here to talk with Rick. So like I said, you're in town with family and everything, but talk to us about Redemption. And, it's been out for a couple of months now. What's the reaction been like?
It's great. It's great. It's good to be here because the store is full of vinyl. And it brings us back to that age of music. The Redemption album is like a trip in time.
Yeah.
Because I didn't invent anything. I just wanted to make an album, like when you go see a feel-good movie. That's the kind of album I wanted to do, just to feel good. You listen to the album and you think about something else, and you listen to the lyrics, and it makes you travel.
Right, and for people who haven't checked it out yet, I know a lot of you did on our first interview, but the album is fantastic, and the lead video that we first saw when we found out about it was a cover of the Who song, and you used basically Ozzy's backing band, which is comprised of Tommy Aldridge, Brad Gillis, and Rudy Sarzo, which was amazing. So I know we talked about it in the first interview, but for people out there who haven't checked it out yet, you need to. But tell us a little bit about what that experience was like playing with those guys, singing with those guys.
Well, it was pretty surreal, but I'm a people's people. I love people. I love to meet different people, but this is really high on the chart. I mean, Tommy Aldridge and Rudy Sarzo. Back in Montreal, when I was like a teenager, I would go and watch them play at the Montreal Forum with Ozzy and Whitesnake and Dio, and now I'm in the same room with them, and I'm it's like in Wayne's World movie, I'm not 40. My manager had to call me and say, Rick, I'm because there was a camera that would film us in real time and would feed Montreal to make sure we were doing everything right, because it was a day that was pretty expensive.
Yeah.
So, and he calls me and he says, everything's going okay. Don't take it personally, but please act naturally, because right now you look like a deer caught in the lights on, and I got some film that we made before, and I watch myself, and it's true. I look like I'm not worthy being there.
I know that exact feeling. I've been in that situation before, and you have to talk to yourself and make sure you put it in perspective. But I mean, you held your own because you had incredible vocals on that recording, and the video is just amazing. Like Eric said, what has the response been to that particular song and video? And then we'll talk about the rest of what else was on the album.
Just what I was talking about. I have to be precise. Like if I'm in Montreal, there's big stars in Montreal that I've been working with and that rub shoulders with, and I didn't have the same feeling because it's my hometown. It's my own people. But being with Tommy Aldridge, Brad Gillis, Rudy Sarzo, then it's totally different to me, because it's like another world, like the untouchable world of Ozzy, of Dio, of all those great singers that influenced my voice.
History is like iconic history.
Yeah, they don't call it classic rock for nothing. Heavy metal is considered classic rock in my book.
Yeah.
If you listen to
That's-
Holy Diver,
yeah.
I mean, Holy Diver is as good as it was back in the 80s if you listen to it today. What an album.
Just picked up the LP at this store, as a matter of fact, last week, and I have had it on pretty much repeat since. So yeah, front to back, phenomenal album. Yeah.
Oh man, the sound, Vinny Appice's drum sound on this album is like as good as John Bonham's drum sound on any Zeppelin record.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Eric, you bring up a good point too. Eric and I were just talking because we have your CD and the packaging, and there it is.
Yep.
There it is.
Here it is.
The Vanna White.
I've been flashing this because there they all are in the studio together, and yeah, it's.
But you were talking about the importance of physical merchandise for artists today. It's even more important than ever before. So what do you think about that, Rick? Like, how much thought did you guys put into the physical packaging? You got
Because look, you got pictures
of
with Robbie Krieger, got people who are on the album, and just flipping through your sister there, who sings on a couple of songs, and Rick rocking it out in the studio. Of course, there we go some more. And I mean, you get to see this, you get to experience this, and see what was going on. And we're going to get to something else in a minute, because the things you learn when reading liner notes, very important to the album experience. But yeah, to Cathy's point though, what the importance of physical media to you.
Yeah, it's very important, and in a way, it's the fun part, because recording the music is a very fun part, but making all the artwork, it's all being an artist is being a lot of things, It's being able to record well, it's being able to visualize well the way you want to present yourself, same as on stage, Even if you're on stage and you're singing like a good Aussie song, you're being an artist 100%, because it has to be your own. Yeah,
right.
To get in the song and to lock in with the musician, and I mean, yeah, it's as important the way you present yourself as the way you record yourself.
Right.
To take your time, it's a labor of love.
Yeah, for sure. And what about vocally, actually physically vocally? Because I'm a singer and I want to know how your voice is still so high level and you're still hitting notes that some people can't hit as they get into later years of their career. How did you prepare for it, or are you constantly working at your voice still these days, and so you were already prepared for it?
That's a great question. I think there's many factors. Doesn't apply to everybody, so to each his own. On my side, I had to get clean and sober in order to keep my voice, because back in the days there was a lot of partying, and I wouldn't party that much because we toured a lot. Mm-hmm. So there you have the reason to stay clean and sober, because you got lots of shows ahead. So the musician, they can party all night. The next day they'll be on stage, and it won't show too much. But if the drummer and the singer party too much, it's very physical to sing.
Yeah, very.
So back then it was okay. But when grunge hit, the shows, they got very scarce, and I was left with lots of time on my hand. And I grew a bit too much towards alcohol and smoking and stuff. And then I kind of started to lose my voice. Then I went, no. That's the thing I love the most to do, is to be on stage and sing. So I kind of turned the clock. I went, okay, so let's find for me, that's not for everybody.
Right.
Let's find a way of life where I'm going to keep my voice as sharp as it was when I was 20. I love to sing Zeppelin. I love to sing Bon Jovi. I love to sing my songs, but where I come from, they hire you lots of time to sing covers, and to me, it's as much as artistic as singing your own song. You have to work on it. You have to make it sound good, and well, in order to still sing those songs, well, that's the way. Most important, it's sleep.
Yeah.
Why? Because if you get a good 10 hours sleep, if you did a show, let's say, and get a good 10 hours sleep, well, that's 10 hours where you don't talk, where you don't communicate, so your voice rests.
Wow.
So let's say you have a show in 2 days. So if you do that for 2 days, you get 2 good nights sleep, for sure your voice will be perfect on the third day.
And do you use any specific techniques, like in your warm-ups, or any kind of vocal techniques that you've studied over the years as a vocalist, or is it just it comes naturally for you?
Yeah, with all humility, it comes naturally. I never took lessons. I learned guitar by myself. I learned to sing by myself, and I've learned. I did have some teachers. My teachers were Robert Plant, Jan Dillon, because we had to do covers, Brian Johnson, Bon Scott,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So when I was a kid, when I started to do music, we would play cover, we would play all the AC/DC catalog, there was Zeppelin and it. So for the musician, it was much easier because once you learn the chop, but the singer, if you're 17, your voice is not set.
Right, it's not fully developed.
Exactly. So you have to sound, because if you want to be popular and have people come to the show, it has to sound good, So it was a tough time. So I had to learn quick.
Did you also? Sorry, I don't mean to take up all the questions.
No,
you have something to ask?
I'm ready when you're ready. This is great flow. Please.
Typical woman, kind of taking over the conversation.
It's perfect.
But did you? So you get the physical voice going. What about learning to be an actual front man, though? Because that's a whole different thing. Like, you can have a great voice. It doesn't mean you're necessarily great in front of an audience and on stage. How did you learn that? Again, just watching your inspirations, or did you have to kind of find your own style and way of connecting to your audiences?
Again, that's something you work through the ages, through the years. I mean, my wife was talking to me the other day about that, because we did a show and there was some stuff that happened during the day that kind of moved me a bit, and then I got on stage and it looked like nothing had happened. So my wife told me after the show, she said, very professional, because you didn't let it show what happened today. And I said to her, that's easy. I don't have any merit for that. So what do you mean? I said, because once I go on stage, once I put my foot on stage, then I stop. I'm not a boyfriend. I'm not a brother. I'm Rick doing a stick. This is my time,
Yeah.
Everything stops when I get on stage. Everything that happened before, everything that's going to happen in the next minute. I don't care if people get up, they clap, they don't, they say that's it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I just go on stage to do my stick, and I hope every time I go on stage that I'm good enough so that people will forget about their worries.
Right.
For 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour. Best case scenario, from beginning to the end.
Yeah. That's simple but great insight.
Absolutely. And, just you're like you say, you're there to help people forget about what's going on during their day. And, I looked to a song like Dead End Road, which I've gotten to listen to a lot more since we had you on the show previously. And I want to get into the positivity in that song. Talk to us about that, and just your personality, being able to be that positive person and getting that down so succinctly in the song.
Well, I listen to myself a lot. I like to talk to myself. If during the day I'm having a good day and people come to me and they start to stuff news down my throat and stuff, bad news about the weather and this and that, I just don't get into that kind of conversation. I don't judge. I just go along day by day, and I'm a happy-go-lucky guy. I'm optimistic, probably because I went through some hardship early on in life. Mm-hmm. That hardship now is serving me well, because now stuff happened and it's okay. I know stuff happened because I had to deal with it early in life.
Right. I wish more people had that attitude these days, because you're exactly right. You can fill your mind with all the negative stuff, and then you're gonna convey that outwardly if that's what you're filling your head with and that's what you're talking about and focusing on. And you can tell you're such a positive guy, so whatever is coming at you from outside world, you channel such positivity. It has to come internally, how you're what you're putting in your mind, what you're focusing on in your own life. It's just, I really think you can't fake that. It comes across in your music, and it comes across even in person.
Yeah.
Speaking in an interview, you're just so positive, and I think people need that these days more than ever.
Yes. Pay attention. Oh,
Yeah.
without a doubt. Yes.
About this, just to finish on this, sometimes people say, watch your mouth. No, watch your thoughts.
Exactly.
Because your thought goes to your mouth.
Right.
So if you watch your thoughts, then what's going to come out is going to be good.
Exactly. Well, what came out is great. Do you have any favorites on your album, and what's next?
I do. I love Shake My Soul because it says Shake My Soul. I love the fact that it's Brad Gillis who wrote it because this guy's one of my guitar heroes. And I love power ballads too. I love rap music. Rap music is a great genre of music because you get everything. You get blues rock, you got ballads, you get hard rock, you got,
Can run the gamut. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just Elvis Presley. Think about him. He had those songs where, that's all right, mama. It's like he's talking to his mom and he's got her song, oh, no, it's you. And I got the heavy blues. Yeah. Elvis was the first to do it.
Yeah.
And then we got Zeppelin to do it right after him. The Beatles.
The Beatles, of course,
Elvis,
yeah.
Man, those were the best.
The best of the best.
And now we've got Rick Hughes doing it. And another thing, having the physical product in my hand and being able to listen to it more over the last few months, learning and reading the liners. Another guest of ours we had on the show recently, Jacob Duraps, plays on 3 songs on this album. Tell us what it was like having your fellow Quebecois on this and playing.
Well, Jacob is a good friend of mine. We have the same manager back in Montreal. So that's how I got on the album. But the manager in question phoned me this morning to say, what gig is the Jacob doing with you? Because we've got some gigs that I do like 50 to 100 shows a year.
Oh, wow.
So sometimes Jacob is on that show. Sometimes he's not. It depends on the schedule. But Jacob is amazing.
He is amazing. Go check out our interview with him. He's young. He's talented. He's just got it.
And he loves Van Halen, which is never a bad thing.
I mean, this guy on guitar is unmatchable. To me, he's one of the best rock guitar player on the planet right now. He's from Quebec. And you know what? As a singer, he's amazing.
Yeah, that's what blew me away. He can do both.
Yeah, usually, they're good at guitar and singing, they're okay, but him is, no. He's a very, very good singer, too.
This gives us hope for the future generation of rock. I want to ask you, Rick, since the last time, I don't know if we got into this on the last interview, but what do you think of all the AI technology coming along and how that's impacting how music is made and how music is heard?
Well, it's a trend. It's gonna pass. That's for sure. Sure. I'm not scared at all at AI. Not at all. Not for one bit. Because there's always going to be, at least on our generation, people who are going to want to listen and go see the real thing.
Right.
The real me.
Yeah.
I did. So yeah. So it's like mini vanilla all over again. You know what I'm saying?
If you don't remember them, don't even bother looking it up. No.
No, but meaning that some people will listen to the song and say, "Oh, it's a great song. I love it." It's AI. I don't care. I love it. Okay. Good luck seeing that live.
Right.
Because that's when it happens. Yeah, it's okay to listen in your car, some good song, and to get into your mind. But there's something else to call a bunch of friends, jump into a car, go to a stadium, and have a drink and have the show live right in front of you with real musician, and this AI will never take that away.
Yeah, that's a good point. And so you do 50 to 100 shows a year in Quebec. Do you have any plans to tour in the States or do any special shows here?
Yes, not only do I have a plan, I pray every day that it happens.
We all do.
I love to travel. I love to meet people. I love to play music. And the further it gets me, the more it gets me, and the happier I'll be. So we're already working on that for 2027
Awesome.
to have a tour here in America and in Canada and probably too in Brazil and Japan because the album is being distributed there.
Nice. And are you working on new music as we speak, or are you just focused on this for right now?
I've got plenty of songs. This album, we chose those songs for this album, but we have at least 50 songs to choose from.
Wow.
Because I've written a lot of songs for the album, and none of them made the album, but it's okay because it's John Webster's vision. He says, let's go with songs that resemble you, but were written by somebody else, and then maybe on the next album we'll put more of your stuff, and we'll go. And I said, okay, I'm a team guy. I like to work like that. So yeah, already I have plenty of songs for the next album. So we're already thinking about that.
Nice.
Well, we brought up Jacob de Rapt earlier, a Canadian legend in the making, and also in reading the liner notes. I love reading liner notes. Always have. Someday, you co-wrote that with another Canadian legend, Aldo Nova, and also Jon Bon Jovi. So, is there anything more that you're going to be doing with either of those guys moving forward?
I hope so.
There you go.
They're good friends, especially Aldo. I love Aldo. Aldo is a legend back in Canada.
Yeah.
And the thing with this song is that I wrote that song on my end. I presented it to Aldo for the Saints and Sinners album. And he said, hey, Rick, you know what? I'm looking for that kind of ballad. And John and I'm sure you would love to put it on my album. Jon Bon Jovi was producing his album. So I said, yeah, of course. So they rearranged it, made it sound better. It's the Aldo's version is perfect. It's John that's producing it. I love it. But when it was time for me to do it, I went back to the way I wrote it because I want it to be different.
Yeah.
Of course, So the melody is the same, but I don't sing it exactly the way Aldo decided to sing it. So it makes it a different version. So
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And I waited 30 years to do that because Saints and Sinners was back in the early 90s. And when I led the song, I always thought I would redo that song one day, someday. And now's the day.
Now's the day. Let it happen.
Well, live music and legends, I'm going to bring this picture up once again because my question is, have you had the opportunity to get these guys together again and play this song live? And if you haven't, why not?
Yeah. Well, I hope it's going to happen, but I don't want to put pressure on anybody.
Yeah.
Not on those gentlemen or their manager or their record company. So you said it, I'm a very optimistic guy. So if it happened, if they said yes to the recording, if they said yes to the video, that means a lot. They said yes twice. For sure. So
it would be killer. I know we would all.
What they say, third time's a charm.
That's right.
Or you see that the 2027, you plan it all up with them. So the LA stop, which I'm guessing is where all three of those guys are based pretty heavily.
Yeah.
Just make the LA stop conducive with their schedules.
We'll see.
I'm always trying to bring people together for concerts.
I'm a very confident kind of guy. So yeah, third time's a charm.
Yeah, you got to put it out there. Think it, believe it, put it out there.
Yeah.
We'll all hope it happens. And before we go, if you have the name Redemption, what did that mean to you? The name of your album.
I wanted to I wanted a name that was bilingual. So Redemption in French is Rédemption. It's the same thing. You write it the same way. So I wanted to stay close to my French root. Mm-hmm. That's the main reason. And the second reason is that's where I'm at in my life. If I talk to my kids or I talk with friends and they want advice from me, I always tell them, whatever you're going through, make sure you're at peace with yourself. So redemption is not a big deal. If we want to become better as we grow older, it's a day-to-day work. So it's assuming, it's looking at what you've done yesterday and making sure that it was okay. If something was wrong, then to repair it the next day, don't wait too much.
Right.
Don't grudge. So this is a form of redemption because you look at yourself, like you can make better, not change somebody else,
Right.
change yourself. And the only way to do that is to acknowledge your fault and repair it.
Exactly. I say every day is a chance to start over and make different decisions if you're not happy with yesterday. So, great advice.
I don't know.
I love
I'm not a preacher, but
Well, you could be if you wanted to be. A lot of positivity here. I love it.
Rick Hughes.
Well, and again, folks, make sure you're getting Rick Hughes' Redemption album, and it's available on LP as well as CD. And just go over to Deco Entertainment for that. I'll have the link flashed up on the screen for that one. But before you go, should we have him embrace the fun sanity with a quick round of? We're gonna try it with "Make Up Your Mind, Dude."
Make up your mind.
It's one or the other.
We added to the show now.
We and don't worry, I'm not going to have the fake button here. I will
Okay,
not do it.
good.
I will not do it.
Good.
So,
I love that.
it's Cathy Anathema. So just one or the other. Just whatever comes to mind first, one or the other.
Yeah.
John Bonham or Keith Moon?
Jon Bonham.
Last in Line album or Holy Diver the album?
Oh man, that's a tough one.
Exactly what she said.
That is
Yeah, especially the song Last in Line. That's what I'm in.
it's so hard.
See, if I had to pick the song,
Amen. Man, what a song. But I'm going to say Holy Diver.
I'm the same way. Holy Diver as an album is a stronger album, but the song Last in Line is the superior one single
But it's
song.
funny because you asked the question because I swear, Jon Bonham and Vinny Appice, listen to the drum sound on Holy Diver.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's one of the best drum sound on any metal record album ever made.
Yeah. I've interviewed Vinny, and he's just such a cool guy, too. Really, he's just a great guy.
I'd love to work with him
Oh,
one day
he
because
is
I
amazing.
love his drum sound.
Yeah, he's amazing. Okay, is there any
And there's one last one in the studio
One?
or on the road.
I'd say both. I have to say both. I don't prefer any because I love to be in the studio because I love being home, but I love leaving home to be on the road. So you're
Got to connect with the fans. You got to connect with the family. This is the one time, folks, I will not be pushing the Make Up Your Mind, Dude button, and we will accept that as a both answer. So
okay. I'll say on the road.
Oh, okay.
all right.
Why? Because I'm not getting any younger, so I might as well go on the road. The sooner the better.
All right.
I didn't even have to press a button, folks, and it worked. There you go. Well, once
Right
again,
here.
yeah, Rick, I want to thank you for taking time with us here while you're out here in Arizona. Get the album, folks. It is killer. I mean, and make sure you get something where you can read the liner notes.
Yes, and go watch the video on YouTube. Killer video. You get to see all those guys in Ozzy's band with Rick. It's amazing.
The Speak of the Devil tour band,
Yes.
and Cathy had mentioned that the Real Me, you liked it better than you liked the original.
I did.
The song
I didn't
is
say that, but-
one of my top 2 Who songs, but you're inching closer every day, Rick. The stuff that Brad added to that song,
Oh.
to make it unique to him, it's
was great.
it's
But
killer.
also his vocals.
Yes.
What really got me.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's one last question now. I was thinking of it earlier, and I'm glad I remembered. Have you gotten any word back from either Daltrey or Townshend and their reaction to the song?
Good question.
No, I haven't. It is a good question.
You're not touring anymore, Who? You can listen to the song and get back to Rick, please.
I'm a big Pete Townsend fan. Pete Townsend is a musical genius.
Mm-hmm.
He has Roger Daltrey too. I love Roger Daltrey, but Pete Townsend, man, he's like Jimmy Page. Is the heart of the Who.
Right. Well, maybe someday you would be on stage with those guys for something. Who knows?
Pete,
Call him.
Let it be known. I love you, man.
Rick Hughes, we are live from Vinyl Record Dude in Scottsdale, Arizona. Thank you again, Nick, and everybody down here at the store for having us. And for Cathy and me and Benny behind the camera there. Thanks so much for watching, folks. We'll be back really soon on All Over the Place. Till then, take care.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
All over the place, where the fun sanity never ends.